Hello everyone, you are welcome back to my channel. If you are coming here for the first time, you are welcome. I'm going to share with you my yam and butternut squash porridge recipe. This meal is so good. The taste is so good. I don't know how to describe it, but it is something that I would like you to try out and just come back and thank me, okay? So if you are interested, just sit back, relax, and let's get cooking. For our list of ingredients, we will be needing butternut squash. This is how it looks. I'll be making use of one medium sized butternut squash. Here I have some yam. Okay, this is our normal yam, not water yam. Here I have some red palm oil. I also have some grilled mackerel fish. Here I have some bell peppers, some habanero peppers, and 2 bulbs of onion. I also have non-seasoning cube and salt. And lastly, I have my ground crayfish. The first thing is to cut the yam and the butternut squash and peel the back. I always like them to cut my yams in half whenever I go to the African store to buy the yams, because sometimes if you get home and cut through it, you see that it is spoiled. So to avoid stories that touch the heart, I like them to always cut the yams there so that I can see them with my 2 eyes and make sure that the inside is okay before I even pay for the yams. So just go ahead and peel the skin of the butternut squash. After peeling everything, just cut it into small chunks. Now, one thing about this butternut squash is it always melts when you cook it. When you cook it for a long time, it always dissolves and forms soup, and that is why I so much love it in this recipe. Most times after making this porridge, you won't even know that there's something else. Okay, this butternut squash will just be like the soup inside it. It will be like this porridge that Yoruba people make. They call it Asaro. I hope I pronounced it well. Asaro or Asaro. That's the type of porridge yam that Yorubas make that is always so tasty and delicious. So whenever I make this food, you won't even know that I added something else. This butternut squash just melt, dissolve, and just be like soup inside it. So after cutting the butternut squash into small chunks, I went ahead to peel my yams, and I also cut the yams into small chunks, but not as small as the size of the butternut squash. After cutting the yam and the butternut squash, I washed everything and I set them aside. Next, I went ahead to blend my bell peppers, my onion, and my habanero peppers. I just added little water and I blended everything coarsely. Now I transferred my already washed yams and butternut squash into my cooking pot. Next, I poured in my blended pepper mixture. Next, I went in with my red palm oil. I added my seasoning cubes, salt, and ground crayfish. Lastly, I poured in some water, mix everything together, cover, and let it start cooking. After about 10 minutes of cooking, I added in my deboned mackerel fish. I thought I was filming this, but unfortunately my camera wasn't filming. It was paused, so that was why I couldn't capture the time I added this grilled mackerel fish. But trust me, you didn't miss a lot. I only opened the pot and I added the grilled mackerel fish and I covered it back. So cook for another 10 minutes or until the yams become very soft. Now, when you are sure that the yam is properly cooked, give the porridge a very good stir and you will see that the butternut squash will begin to dissolve into the porridge now and form the base of this porridge. Just stir everything together, cover it back and let it simmer for another 5 minutes. I also went in a second time with my ground crayfish. I always feel that adding crayfish towards the end of the cooking gives the food a very rich crayfish taste and flavor. I don't know, but this is something I like doing. So you can skip this if you don't want this crayfish taste in your food. I tested for salt at this stage and everything was just perfect. After giving it a stir, you notice that the porridge will begin to thicken up, and that is when you know that it is ready and this food is ready to be served. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I also want you to try it out. Just go to your nearest store and buy this butternut squash and yam. Just prepare this dish and trust me, you are going to love it. You are going to love it. Just trust and mark my word. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your bell notification so that each time I put up a new video you will be notified. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, stay safe and God bless you. Bye.